Hello, it's Teacher Carrie here, and welcome to another episode of Tea Time with Carrie. Today, I want to spill the real tea about what I think of the 5 Apple rating system for parent feedback in VIPKID. No, of course, this video has not been sponsored by anyone, so hashtag not sponsored, and let's jump into it. I do first want to say that I really enjoy working for VIPKID. It has been a great financial support to our family, and I really love exercising my teaching muscles while I'm working from home. And my comments are not meant to stir up any drama or to be derogatory towards VIPKID, but I do think it's important that teachers have a platform where they can express their ideas openly and honestly, and hopefully we can work together with VIPKID to create a more positive system in the future. So let's jump over to my personal feedback ratings in my teacher portal. You can see here that I have earned 1,894 comments in total, with 1,890 of them being excellent or 5 Apple ratings. I have one 4 Apple rating, so that's listed as good here, and 3 unsatisfactory ratings. Those were either 1, 2, or 3 apples left by parents, and actually all of these were invalidated. Let me talk to you just for a second about the history of feedback ratings in VIPKID. Prior to the new incentive pay system, VIPKID required that teachers earn 25% 5 Apple ratings in order to be on track for earning a raise, along with several other requirements. So that means that if you taught 100 classes, 25 parents would need to leave you 5 Apple ratings in order for you to be on track to earn that 25% 5 Apple ratings needed in order to get your raise. But with the new incentive system, 5 Apple ratings are not tied to your raises. It's based on the number of classes that you've taught. And I do think that is a positive change overall, because often regular students will not leave feedback, or if you're teaching trials, students can't leave feedback if they don't sign up with VIPKID. So in my particular situation, I have a lot of students who I've had 150, 200, or more classes together where they've never left me a 5 Apple rating, or maybe they were leaving 5 Apple ratings for the first couple of classes that we had together, and then as time went on, they stopped leaving those feedbacks for me because they probably assumed that I knew that I was a good teacher if they kept booking those classes with me. I have one student in particular, I think we've had 229 lessons together, and I've never once received a 5 Apple rating for her. So I do think that change of getting rid of that 25% requirement to get a raise was a positive one. But along with that change, it seems like VIPKID maybe stopped incentivizing parents as much to leave 5 Apple ratings. Because prior to the change, my feedback rating percentage was about 40 to 50% per month, meaning that if I taught 100 classes, between 40 and 50 parents would leave me a 5 Apple rating for that class. And now with the new incentive pay system, which will be a totally separate video, I'm getting maybe between 9 and 16% 5 Apple ratings. So I've had quite a significant drop in the number of parents who are willing to leave me feedback. I do think there was a change in the physical location on the parent app as to where these feedback ratings can be submitted, and I'm wondering if maybe they stopped incentivizing parents to leave feedback since they aren't important for getting a raise anymore. But the point behind this feedback rating system is to entice other parents to book classes with you. It's sort of like when you buy something on Amazon, you might check the reviews to make sure it's a good product before you buy it. And the same idea goes for our teaching. If a parent can see that I have this many Apple ratings, they might choose me over a brand new teacher or a teacher with many fewer ratings than I have. Now, I was on track before the change to have about 50% 5 Apple ratings overall, which is a really great number for me. But now, as time is going on with this new incentive system, my percentage is dropping lower and lower. I've taught around 4,700 classes, and I would say now I maybe have a 33% 5 Apple rating. So it's kind of a little bit sad. It takes a long time if you are to receive a negative parent feedback rating to get back up to that 100 classes in order to get your 5 Apple score back. So for example, if I got a 4 Apple rating today, it would take me 100 more classes of 5 Apple ratings in order to get back to this 5.0 average. So I do think that VIP Kids should probably re-incentivize parents to leave those 5 Apple ratings. And I think the way they were doing that before was by giving them gems, which are sort of like our tokens for teachers, where the students could buy cute little dinos. I've seen cute little dino backpacks and even like iPad cases and all kinds of cool stuff. So it would be great if VIP Kid changed the location back to its original position in the parent app so that parents know where to find that rating system, and if they could incentivize them to leave 5 Apple ratings. But of course, we don't really have much control over that. And then the next thing I'd like to see changed is that these good and unsatisfactory ratings are both from my very first contract with VIP Kid, but you can see they're still here after my 6th contract with VIP Kid. And these unsatisfactory ones, if we look at them, you can see the dates listed on them. This one is from December of 2018. This one is from, looks like August of 2018, and this one is from July of 2018. And even though they've been invalidated, VIP Kid will not remove them from my teaching profile, which means that parents could see these 3 unsatisfactory ratings. Although they have a little tag probably somewhere that says invalidated, we're just really not sure how closely parents are paying attention to that when they're looking at my overall 5 Apple rating system here. So I appreciate that VIP Kid invalidated these ratings, but I'd like for them to be removed altogether. And when I wrote to VIP Kid about this after receiving these feedbacks, they said that they would not remove them because it might be offensive to the parents who left those ratings. And then if I look at my thing here, it says if a teacher is unsatisfied with their 3 Apple and below feedback, they can request to have it reviewed. So when I got that 4 Apple rating back in, looks like June of 2018, I was not able to request that this feedback be reviewed, even though the parent didn't leave any tags as to why it was a 4 Apple over a 5 Apple or any written comments to help me move forward with that student. So in terms of the overall system, I think it is nice to have parents be able to see the rating system, although I'd like it to maybe drop off after a certain period of time, particularly for these good and unsatisfactory ratings. And I really would like to see VIP Kid incentivizing parents a little bit more to have them leave us those 5 Apple ratings. Now, when I write feedback after class to the parents, I do ask them for feedback. And there's a lot of debate about whether or not that's tacky or tactful when you are talking with the parents. I just leave a quick little note that says, teachers love apples. Please leave a 5 Apple rating if you and your student enjoyed today's class. But of course, there are a lot of different ways that you could ask for feedback, or you might not ask for feedback at all if you think that it's a little bit tacky. And I sort of agree because often with these YouTube videos, of course, I'm not asking you to like or subscribe or share the video because we all know how to use YouTube by now. And so it's just kind of annoying when you hear people say those types of things. But it is sort of stressful as a teacher to feel like you can't ask for parents to leave you ratings because it does matter in terms of how many classes you might be booked for in the future, even though it doesn't matter anymore for the raised requirements. But I don't want this video to get too long, so let me know, what do you think of the Apple system in VIP Kid, and what would you like to see changed as we move forward? I hope you have a great day teaching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!